Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and it's Sunday, so I am here with Scraplift Crafternoon, a hop where a group of my friends and I get together, we find inspiration, and we scraplift it. And so this week we are scraplifting Vicki, which is Scraps4Dayz, and her information will be below in the description box. And I am documenting a picture of my niece's college graduation. I'm going to use fossilized amber and black soot as my mixed media ink, and I'm going to put it through these Tim Holtz stencils. And then I have some random stickers. I'm not going to use any of those, but these little caps in diplomas and stuff I'm going to use. And then I have this 12 by 12 by Remnants. I have a few things left on here I'm going to use. And then these are the scraps that I have left from the Remnants collection. And I'm going to use those up, which makes me very happy. I have a Vicki Bouton's mixed media paper so that the watercolors I use in a minute do not bleed through and distort the paper. So I have my papers, I have my embellishments, my mixed media. I have my picture of my niece's graduation and this really fun layout. So let's see how this goes. So I am going to use my Big Shot to cut out the circles to put inside the watercolor smears. And I decided I would just use the dye to draw the circles like loosely. That's why I'm not worried about them being perfect. Just so I know where I want to do the inking. I don't want to do a bunch of inking and stencil work if it's going to be all covered up. Like if I can help it, then that's what I want to do. So I went ahead and put the circles down so I could have a better idea of where everything was going to go. And I used black soot to push through one of the Tim Holtz stencils to put like this little distressed spattery bit going on. And I love distressed stencils and stamps because I screw them up all the time and it doesn't matter because it's distressed already. So it's okay. And then I use the other Tim Holtz stencil and push these little X's through, which is actually what she has on hers too, is like little plus signs and then little circles. So I kind of went with a very similar vibe. I do not embellish as much as her on my layout because I don't have a lot of graduation things left, and I really didn't want to bring a bunch of other colors in. I wanted to stick as close to the black, white, and yellowy gold color as I could because those are her school colors. So I decided I would just stick with what I had instead of pulling, like, it's a graduation. I could have pulled any number of school supply type things or whatever, but I decided to just stick with the few things that I had. And then I pull my Big Shot out to use the little bit of paper that I have left to cut the circles. And a few of them get cut off, which is fine. I knew what was going to happen because I only had those few little bits and pieces. But for the most part, I didn't have any issues making enough. I'm going to put the picture down so I can see where I can tuck these partial little pieces in. And I just try and alternate the design on the paper so that it doesn't have the same, pattern, that star paper right next to each other or anything like that. So, and then I'm going to tuck these little partial pieces in so that you can't even tell that they're cut up. And then I'm trying to figure out what I want to map my picture on. So I kind of debated. Normally black and white are my two favorites because they're easy and they go with everything. But I've already got black paper and the background is white. So I thought, I don't know if I'm going to do that. But then like the yellow that I have is very similar to the yellow ink. And I didn't really want to do that either. So I looked at hers and she's got like a darker blue. And so I decided I would go ahead and take a darker yellowy color and cut a 6.5 by 4.5 and then double mat it with a 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 white border, which she also has. And then I'm going to put that down there. Now I put my picture over a little bit. Hers comes all the way to the right side of the circles, but because I liked the way that it was going to sit there, plus I needed to cover some of the incomplete circles, I went ahead and moved mine over just a little, which I'm perfectly fine with. And moving this one around a little bit because you can see it got cut off a bit, which I was just going to cover it with a sticker if that's the way it worked, but because I could cover it with the picture, that made it even better. This picture is me and my sister, my brother-in-law, my niece and nephew, and my niece's best friend at my niece's graduation 2 weeks ago, or a week ago. And so I'm trying to get these documented. I've already done one for design team layout, and so I think it'll be a 4-page layout because I've got another picture of me and my sister, and then of course the actual, graduation ceremony. There's no telling. I took a ton of pictures and they sent me pictures, and so I'm kind of weeding through them to decide what else I want to do, but I think it'll be a 4-page layout about her graduation, because you only graduate college so many times. And so very proud of her. So I am embellishing with whatever I can from the 12 by 12 by Remnants. But like I said, there's only going to be that senior thing at the bottom. And then the future is bright. Oh no, the future is yours. And so I'm going to put that up in the top left of the picture. She has a title that spans the top left and the bottom right kind of the picture. And so I kind of wanted to stick with that same concept. So even though the title isn't necessarily, work that way, it could, because it says the future is yours senior. So, that's fine. I do not use any, like I said before, of those ones that say grad on them, just because I know I'll have some more layouts to do from graduation and I could use that then. I just use a bunch of the little caps and the diplomas and kind of tuck them in different places just so they're, not really covering anything. They're just kind of there. She's got all these really fun embellishments for like under the water, which is so very, very cute. So here is her layout again, and then I'll give you a close-up of mine. I hope you will go check out Vicki. She is on Instagram. Anything we have for her will be below in the description box. And please go check out the ladies who I hop with. Their information will be below, as well as the playlist. And I am excited to see what they create and how they take this really cool layout and make it their own. And I would love it if you'd come back and see me again. I'm hoping to be here more often moving forward. I would also love it if you'd give me a thumbs up if you like this layout. And I hope that you all have had a fantastic day. Hope you had a chance today to do something you love with someone you love. And happy scrapping.